This evening, tension escalates as the Ghana Teachers Union demands a 20% salary increase before returning to classrooms. Join us as we delve into the implications of this ultimatum and the ongoing talks with the Ministry of Education. Next, in a recent legal development, the High Court issued a gag order against Michael Rodriguez, widely recognized as the Guyanese critic. Discover the details behind this legal maneuver and its potential implications on freedom of speech. Shifting gears, recent statistics shed light on fatal accidents and incidents in Guyana, raising alarm about road safety. Join us as we analyze the data and explore strategies to minimize such tragedies. Then, the government is intensifying efforts to tackle squatting issues impacting infrastructure development at Plantation, Fitzhope, Linden, Region 10. Learn about the ongoing initiatives and their significance for Linden development. Lastly, we bring you international news on the shocking assassination attempt on Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico. Tune in as we provide updates on this incident that has gripped the nation and garnered global attention. Stay with us as we bring you these stories and more. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for May 16, 2024. I'm Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, following ongoing industrial action by teachers headed by the Ghana Teachers Union for better pay and ongoing talks with the Ministry of Education, the GTU has issued a sudden ultimatum demanding that the government pay all teachers a 20% across the board increase before it further engages. Minister of Education Priya Manikchan strongly criticized the Ghana Teachers Union demand for the 20% salary increase before teachers return to classroom, labeling it unreasonable and obstructive to conciliation efforts. Despite progress in negotiations and assurance to address outstanding issues, the GTU's insistence on immediate payment disrupted talks. Manikchan emphasized the abnormality of negotiating under duress and condemned the GTU's demand, suggesting it reflects a lack of interest in resolving issues outlined in the 1990 Memorandum of Agreement. She expressed disappointment over the GTU's action, which she believed undermined the welfare of teachers and disrupt fruitful negotiations near an agreement. While affirming the government's commitment to the education sector and teachers' welfare, Manikchan lamented the setback caused by the GTU's unexpected demand. She reiterated the government's obligation to educate the nation's children and expressed readiness to resume talks despite the disruption, emphasizing the importance of reaching a resolution that benefits all parties involved. Both parties are expected to meet again on Monday, 20th of May 2024 at 1 p.m. to continue the conciliation. However, today, the Ministry of Education has instructed schools in Guyana to cancel end-of-term examinations due to the ongoing teacher strike, opting for continuous assessment to determine students' progression. Chief Education Officer Saddam Hussein outlined the directives in a circular, stating that given the loss in structural time and limited remaining weeks in the school year, annual examinations for 2024 are suspended. In recent legal developments, the High Court issued gag order against Michael Rodriguez, widely recognized as the Guyanese critic, restricting him from repeating defamatory remarks against local businessman Azruddin Mohammed. Mohammed, represented by legal counsel from Punai and Punai, filed for the injunction on Monday, May 13, seeking to halt critics' public accusations. The court order prevents Rodriguez from disseminating defamatory statements similar to those made on Facebook on February 17th, March 1st, and March 14th of 2024. Justice Narendra Singh presided over the application on May 14th and subsequently granted the injunction in favor of Mohammed. The order restrains Rodriguez, his agents, or representatives from sharing, broadcasting, or reproducing the offending statements through various media channels. Rodriguez can contest the order by filing an application for its removal, which has a deadline of May 23rd. Failure to comply with the injunction could result in imprisonment for up to 6 weeks and payment of a fine. Rodriguez has been vocal in making allegations against Mohammed and his father during his live broadcasts. However, the court's decision means that he is now legally bound to refrain from further disseminating defamatory remarks as outlined in the injunction. On a different note, in recent years, Ghana has witnessed a concerning trend regarding fatalities resulting from accidents and incidents. According to statistics, the number of deaths from fatal accidents and incidents in 2023 stood at 95, while in 2024 for the same period, the figure slightly decreased to 91. Similarly, the total number of fatal accidents and incidents in 2023 was 84, slightly decreasing from 78 in 2024. While the overall numbers may decrease slightly from one year to the next, the fact remains that any loss of life due to accidents and incidents is tragic and deeply impactful, not just for the individuals involved, but also for their families, friends, and communities. The causes of fatal accidents and incidents can vary from speeding to unforeseen events. However, what remains constant is the need for increased awareness, precaution, and preventative measures to minimize such occurrences and their devastating consequences. As road users, it is imperative to remain vigilant and prioritize safety when using the roadways to reduce the risk of accidents and incidents. Moreover, relevant authorities, stakeholders, and community leaders must continue investing in infrastructure improvements, public safety campaigns, and emergency response capabilities. In light of the recent statistics highlighting the number of deaths from fatal accidents and incidents, drivers need to take heed and recognize the importance of safety precautions. Stick around when we return. Government intensify efforts to address squatting in Linden, and escaped prisoners spotted in Perica, urgent call for information.
Experience more than award-winning speed.
Way more.
Get the best that LTE has to offer on Digicel, officially the fastest mobile network in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the best mobile network in Guyana. With the best LTE experience and the fastest data speeds, experience it all with Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl, forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
TikToker followers, he is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radical went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown, telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. The government is intensifying efforts to tackle squatting issues impacting infrastructure development at Plantation Fitzhope, Linden, Region 10. CEO of Housing, Sherwin Graves, led a team to assess the situation where 8 informal structures obstruct progress. Despite past allocations in the area, squatting persists. Efforts have been made to provide ownership documents to more than 160 individuals who were previously squatting. Currently, 424 house lots are earmarked for allocation. Graves stressed the importance of assessing the informal structures to determine if relocation is necessary to proceed with the housing development. The government maintains a firm stance against recognizing new squatting areas and is actively acquiring additional lands for allocations. Land clearing in Plantation, York is underway for homes targeted at young professionals. Plans for 2024 include over 500 allocations in Fitzhope and 200 in Plantation, York, reflecting the commitment to Linden's development. In 2022, over $500 million was allocated to infrastructure in Amelia's Ward Phase 4, with further upgrades in Wizrock in 2023. In a development sparking urgency across the region, escaped prisoner Jose Awad, who fled Lusignan prison on May 14, 2024, was sighted this morning in the Perique area in East Bank of Essequibo. The sighting has intensified efforts to locate and apprehend the fugitive as authorities close in on his whereabouts. Awad was serving a 2-year sentence for breaking into and simple larceny. Director of Prisons Nicolon Elliott has confirmed reports of Awad's sighting and announced a reward for any crucial information leading to his swift capture. With the search in full swing, Elliott urged the public to come forward with any relevant details, emphasizing the confidentiality of all information shared. Individuals with information pertinent to the case are urged to contact the nearest police station or Director of Prisons office on 613-6616. Additionally, they can contact the officer in charge of the Lusignan prison at 220-4289. It is crucial to note that aiding or abetting a prison escapee carries severe consequences, including the possibility of imprisonment for 3 years or more upon conviction. Authorities are urging citizens to prioritize public safety and assist in ensuring that swift apprehension of the escaped prisoner. Don't go away after the break. Nigerian inflation. Food prices sees 40% spike, and state of emergency takes effect in New Caledonia after 4 killing riots.
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speed Test, recognizes Digicel as the network with the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringban, we got you covered.
Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome to Fortune Investment Company, your #1 eco-friendly cleaning and janitorial company in Guyana. At Fortune Investment Company, we specialize in commercial and residential cleaning. Whether it's your home or office, our experienced team is detail-focused and take pride in providing excellent services to make your spaces sparkle. Restaurants and kitchen cleaning? Aren't you tired of hearing your chef complain? Keep your culinary spaces spotless and hygienic with our dedicated maintenance services. Floor scrubbing and polishing? Elevate the look of your home or business. Give your floors a new lease on life with our professional scrubbing and polishing. But that's not all. We also offer power washing and steam cleaning. Say goodbye to dirt and moss. Our power washing services will leave your surfaces looking brand new. Revitalize your carpets, mattresses, and chairs with our thorough steam cleaning services. When you want someone to clean your space with care and without the unhealthy chemicals, you want Fortune Investment Company. Call us now at 646-0405 or 689-7558 or 639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jacksonville Housing Scheme, North Rumville to schedule your cleaning and janitorial services. Visit our business pages at Fortune Investment Company to learn more about our services and promotion. Fortune Investment Company, where cleanliness meets perfection, because a clean space is a happy space. And remember, we do the dirty works while you stay clean.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Linden's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton, and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. In a tragic incident in Haiti, Justice of the Peace Verto Vortilius was kidnapped and consequently assassinated by armed individuals on Monday, May 13, 2024, in a rural town in Haiti. Vortilius' lifeless body was discovered in wild vegetation beside a road on Tuesday, May 14, 2024, after searches by his family. The president of the National Network of Haitian Magistrates revealed that Vortilius was abducted by members of the criminal group. The incident has sparked concerns about citizen security, with calls for authorities to take decisive action against such criminal acts. The network urges magistrates to unite and pressure authorities for concrete measures to curb crime. Internationally, Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico was shot 5 times in the central town of Hanlov on Wednesday. His condition remains very serious, his deputy has said, after an assassination attempt that shook the country and drew global condemnation. Slovak police have charged a man with the attempted murder. Al Jazeera's Natasha Butler.
This was the moment shots were fired at Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico. Within moments, the suspected shooter is wrestled to the ground. This eyewitness said the gunshots sounded like firecrackers.
I saw blood on his head and then he fell next to the barrier. I think this is a nightmare that I will not wake up from. This should not happen in Slovakia.
The Prime Minister was bundled into a vehicle and later airlifted to a specialist facility in this hospital in the central Slovak town of Banská Bystrica, where he underwent an operation that lasted hours. Doctors at this hospital worked into the night to save Fitzo's life and say that he's now in a stable but serious condition.
The surgical patient had multiple gunshot wounds, which will affect his recovery. At this point, his condition has stabilized, but it is truly very serious, and therefore he will remain in the intensive care unit in hospital, where he will be cared for by the team.
Fitzo had been attending a government meeting in the town of Handlova, northeast of the capital, Bratislava, before he was shot. The Slovak president said the country was in shock.
A physical attack on the Prime Minister is, first of all, an attack on a person, but is also an attack on democracy. Hateful rhetoric, which we see in society, leads to hateful actions. Please stop it.
Fitzo is Slovakia's longest-serving political leader and ally of the Russian President Vladimir Putin. A populist, he was re-elected in October after promising to end military support for Ukraine. He's since launched a crackdown on the country's media. His government says the attack was politically motivated. Police have yet to disclose the motives of the 71-year-old suspect, but it's clear the attempted assassination could destabilise an already politically polarised country. Natasha Butler, Al Jazeera, Central Slovakia.
Nigeria is due to release its inflation figures for April. They are expected to show a 40% rise in food prices. Al Jazeera's Ahmad Idris reports.
Trading at the Ketu food market has taken a hit. Like many other markets across Nigeria, few customers come to buy these days. When they do, the amount they purchase is significantly lower than before.
We used to eat 4 meals a day. Now it's hard to eat twice a day, as food has become so expensive.
In March and April, food inflation rose to its highest level in nearly 3 decades, as the local currency came under intense pressure. The naira depreciated by 280%.
The loss of the local currency's value has made foodstuff more expensive for Nigerians. But the country's neighbors have seized the opportunity to raid local markets where they can buy grains for cheap.
This has prompted government to intervene. Security personnel have raided warehouses across the country where traders are suspected to be holding food items, something officials say has helped ease prices.
We will not allow anybody to undermine the food security of this nation.
Farmers say the high cost of seeds, fertilizer and agricultural machinery are also responsible for low production and higher food prices. Insecurity caused by criminal gangs and also Boko Haram in the northern region has also driven many people from their homes and farms. Nigeria's government says its military operations is now turning the tide.
A lot of communities are getting back to their lives. It's a very impressive program of returning refugees and those who ran away and escaped back to their own domains.
The government is also clamping down on what officials call illegal, unregulated crypto trade and currency speculators. But not everyone agrees with its methods. And some analysts argue subsidizing agriculture and ending insecurity would be the best way to address food shortages and inflation in Africa's most populous country. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Lagos, Nigeria.
Finally, a state of emergency has been declared in the French overseas territory of New Caledonia. That's after 4 people were killed in protests against controversial changes to the voting system. Al Jazeera's Wayne Heath.
A state of emergency may be in place in New Caledonia, but there's no sign of calm returning to the streets of the capital Nouméa. Groups of protesters continue to gather in violation of the new rules, burning fires in many parts of the city. Pro-independence groups led by indigenous Kanak are fighting a decision by the French government to change electoral laws, which they believe are designed to marginalise their voice.
We hope that the state listens to us, that they realize that we do not agree with this. We do not agree with that law.
Why should we give other people the chance to decide for us? We've been in a colonial situation for several years now.
On Tuesday, the French Parliament adopted the constitutional reform bill that would allow all French residents who have lived in New Caledonia for 10 years to vote in local elections. France's Interior Minister said the bill was aimed at expanding democracy.
To respect the parliamentary vote, we need to understand what we're doing here. This is so that somebody who's born in New Caledonia to Caledonian parents can vote in local elections. It's not revolutionary.
But members of the Kanak community disagree. They say the reform would dilute their vote and their push for independence. Some left-wing politicians say the bill should be scrapped.
There are two communities in New Caledonia. For them to have a common destiny, you can't ignore the indigenous community, the Kanaks. The decision to pass this bill in the National Assembly is something Mr. Darmanin dares to call a compromise. But the only compromise that's been made here is one between him and the Loyalists. The Kanaks did not want it.
The bill still needs to be ratified by Congress. In the meantime, the French government wants to hold talks with protest leaders. On Wednesday, the Prime Minister held a crisis meeting in Paris and ordered more security personnel to be sent to New Caledonia. The government has also banned the social media app TikTok out of concern it was being used to organise and intensify the protests. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Tauranga, New Zealand.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the Friday weather forecast. And that's it, TV2 Headline News for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 5:30 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.